So I got a comment from Oochakaballa on how to paint ocean water. Do you see it as you're going, or do you just see the brush strokes? And I think if I understand correctly, and I'm only saying part of that comment, you can read it. If I understand correctly, this is saying, are you building the picture off of what you see in your imagination first, or are you building it off of what you're painting on and then just building off of what you see already painted on? So I want to use this job that I'm about to do. Behind me, this is the toilet area in a bathroom that I'm going to paint a lot of scenery like you're at the base of Grand Canyon. So there'll be a lot of red rock, sandstone, green, bushes, and probably water. And I want to throw this on time lapse and show how just by having the colors fine-tuned, you can build off of what you see. You can just start just throwing stuff up on the canvas, whatever you're painting, and start building off of what you see there. So to answer the question, I very frequently just get stuff on the canvas and just look at it and just see where it's going and go with it. However, I start with the understanding that there is these real fine-tuned colors. By getting the colors just right, it will naturally look a lot more like what you're painting. So on this one, I'm going to start by putting the bright color of red rock and then adding the deeper grayer, more purple color of the shadows. And you'll see how just by putting colors all over, I'll just start building some rocks and cliffs, and I'll just go along with what I see. Honestly, it's kind of hard for me to just plan it all out in my head and execute it. It's easier just to start getting it on the canvas and build off of that. This bright orange rock color that is, in the Grand Canyon, all the rocks, this sandstone orange color. Well, when that's in an evening shadow, it creates this more purple brown. And so my knowledge of those colors I used, where I created the shadow color that I knew would naturally recede back behind the bright orange if I just put them side by side. and just randomly started brushing them together. By having those colors kind of fine-tuned so that that purple brown looks like the shadow color of the orange, then when I put them together, rocks start naturally kind of appearing and giving me ideas as I go, and it helps me. So it's not completely random formation, it's using color knowledge, but then being very relaxed with just getting stuff on the canvas and seeing what happens, so to help me get inspired about the next direction that I'm going to go. So I know now that as I'm seeing this come together, I'm going to put water right here, and you'll see that I'll make the shadows darker where I want it to look like water, because water kind of traps light. And then up here, as I complete the sky, it'll make the water look better, because then you'll have a reference point of what light is influencing that water. And that'll be my next project. I'm not worrying about little stuff. You know, the rocks are real crude look and it's not real refined. I'll worry about that after I know where I'm going, what the layout's going to be. But I'm showing you how I just use these appropriate colors, if you will, to help me get started with the direction. So there you have it. We'll call it a wrap for this video. You can see, you know, I know you were looking at my back for a lot of that time lapse because this door is narrow and there's not another camera shot, but at least you get the point that, you know, that the colors are everything. Having the colors right gives you freedom to put things, you know, just get them on the canvas and start looking at what happens naturally, because if you have colors that belong together already, then you'll just see things start to take shape. And you don't have to have it all planned out in advance. That's what I do. I have a general plan. I think of just the right colors, and then I just start putting them together and see what starts to take shape, and then I run with that. And you saw how that water looks a lot more, the colors look a lot more right once I put that blue sky above it, because then it looks like kind of a greenish colored water reflecting this sky up here. I'm going to work on that more in all the details for that matter. But this is how I start developing the mural in the beginning stage.